my dear friends all over the world. If you wonder what am I talking about in this Polish language over and over again, and of course I'm inviting a lot of Polish guests, then here it is, the latest news in a nutshell from, well, not all of these videos because it's far too many by now, but just for you and to my dear friends that you still are in hundreds. You are still maybe in 200. I have to count all over the world. But still, if it's okay for you, please share my English videos with those that can benefit them. So this channel could be also be more visible on the English side of that, because we would like to go forward to the bigger audience out there, and we hope that I can bring those Polish sparks with their messages to international community more, because they have interesting knowledge and they are very unique in their messages. So it's not only about the info I am telling about the dreaming, lucid dreaming, and some of the health stuff, some of the psychological stuff, but it's more about things I have no idea about. But thanks to my channel, I am very grateful that I met all those great people, and they are Polish, mostly Polish, but not only. You have a number of videos here with my English guests, so I invite you to go to the playlist, and there are English playlists too prepared for you. So please, my dear friends, spread the word about my channel in English. And here I will tell you today about the 22nd of February 2022, as we have a lot of twos, and the joke goes to Tuesday. It's gonna happen on Tuesday. By the time I will release that video, it already will happen. So that is because, of course, YouTube is currently limiting my videos from different reasons, but I'm not going to get into that here. So 22, if you count this numerologically, it will give you number 3. And that's a great number because it's connected with the planet Jupiter. So it means expansion, expansive energy, and it reflects spirituality, higher education, not necessarily, I would say, at the university. It's also higher education by your insight, your excessive, sometimes dreaming and insight and visions, sometimes just working alone on yourself, or educating by reading books yourself and practicing in small groups. So this is very beneficial time, and usually astrologically it's a few days before the date and a few days after when this energy is concentrated. So it has a great potential. Some say it's supercharged. So in numerology, it is referred to angel numbers, and it connects you to partnerships. So it's connotated with the duality, partnerships, relationships, and keeping things in balance, harmony. So as you see, we are facing obstacles, we are facing a lot of things, past years, and conflicts and provocations, not only politically from other people too, maybe in your working place, maybe in relationships. So it is a time that we choose, and we do have a greater energy for it, to choose neutralizing those forces and going toward cooperation, communication, positive communication, the right type of communication, compassion, harmony, cooperation, compromise sometimes too, acceptance to others being different than we are. It is to find solutions and not waiting for others to find them for us. So instead of expecting from people things to do for us, to find, to solve it, we do it ourselves, and we have energy for it. We seek that cooperation with others, but we also offer that. We are also open to be that, to emanate that. So it's like we are those channels for love, joy, acceptance, harmony, balance, and see how we can neutralize. And I know it's not easy, of course, because sometimes that person in a relationship or your best friend or something political, depending what country you live in, it sounds like a provocation, like an accusation, and it's very hard not to burst out back and accuse someone back and keep it up at the different level. And there's a lot of projections in the communication, so it could be extra hard for many of us. However, if we manage to not respond to that another accusation of that we didn't treat someone well, that we didn't listen, that whatever is there, and instead we find the middle ground. We could call it, and it takes practice, of course, we could call it was a misunderstanding. Let's see. We can talk about the feelings. And since I did a number of videos about positive communication and I collected it together, you can find it on my YouTube. Please go to that. I'm not going to talk strictly about the tips here, but just to mention that it is this time that we are choosing between conflict and choosing the path of going together, creating something together, and cooperating communication. In tarot, it's one of my favorite card in Big Arcana. It's Priestess, that is related to that specific date, and it's working, creating on a subtle plane, not planes, plans, plans. Okay, sorry about that. So it's about working on intuitive level. So you can create your own situation, your own manifesting your future, your reality the way you want it, by connecting to yourself through the inner insight. And the Priestess is the one that does things by not really doing things. So you don't have to go out there in the world and disperse your energy. You just rather sit and see it in your mind and create it with energy in your mind before you go out to the world. This is how this card works. And this is the time when you can ask yourself a question: how I can bring more harmony, peace, love to my relationship with people, to the environment I live in, what I can offer, how I can actually change, how I can actually be the change that I want to see myself, how I can do that without waiting for others to do that, and I'm just gonna sit back and wait for it. So this is all more or less about this date that sometimes if you look in the conspiracy theories about it, there's a lot of theories that it's a dangerous time, that there is this culmination going on. And yeah, sure, if there is like two polarities of a good and evil, sure, if there is something charged, supercharged, then of course the other side is also acting. So if there are certain groups that are what they want to do harm to the society, then of course picking up those days that are charged, supercharged. So that's why it's so important you also do something from your side to make it better, so it can balance better. Now, for those of you, or maybe someone who is trying to take care of self better and had a not so positive reaction after a specific medication, or I don't want to get into that topic here exactly after what treatment and what kind of injections, but we have a lot of talks about it in Polish language. We had a lot of naturopaths, doctors who can feel deeply, who can see energetically, naturopaths and psychic people, and they check the energy. And people basically want to know how to assist themselves, how to help themselves. If someone had not wanted reaction, they get sick, they have this symptoms after certain medications, let's call it this way, and they would like to bring back also not only their relationships back to balance, but also their body. And for the purpose of this video, because it is on YouTube, I have to say that I am not a medical doctor. I am not suggesting here anything. I am simply telling about certain products that you may use to support yourself. But if you use it or not, please go to your doctor and check about the dosage and if your body even need that. Everyone is different. Everybody's different, and we need to find what fits us with the doctor or naturopath or someone specialized with this alternative medicine. So the questions, there are a lot of questions on the Polish side, how to remove, how to clear out, how to bring the balance in the body so people don't have those unwanted symptoms. And on the Polish side, we were talking a lot about the golden panaceum with Krystyna from Atlanta, and there is a one video specifically about that in English language for you and for those who you would like to share that with. If someone needs that information, please do that. It's a very specific way of using that, let's call it a golden panaceum for now. But of course, do not do that without a competent naturopath. And that's very important to say, so I'm keep on repeating that, of course. And how you do so. We even presented it while we were doing the video, so you can see that we drank it, nothing happened. But also still go to your doctor. And according to a lot of sources she studied through for a very long time, she found very important information about the oxygen, what is really happening, what is the chemical reaction in the body for it. I spoke with a number of naturopaths about it when some people were psychically, as a psychic, feeling the energy, what happens, how it influences our cells in the body. So please check that. It's a certain, I would have to make sure that I translated it right. So please, for the better understanding, go to that video with Krystyna from Atlanta, and she talks more about this specific. The other one is Sangre de Drago, dragon blood. And I did a video about it, so please find that video that you can find how it can boost the immunity system, what was really advised for, about the treatment of it and how to use it. The other one that it's a lot of people say, a lot of naturopaths say that it clears the heavy metals from the body is Tuya D30. And I also did a video about it, so I am directing you to those videos. Some doctors say that after taking specific, let's say drugs, the medical coal, not the coal you burn, you burn, but this medical coal, it's a very good to take. Then usually say to take 2 tablets per day, 2 pills per day. Please connect yourself with a doctor to find out more about it. And some people on the Polish side say a lot about vitamin C, how the importance of it, and also vitamin D3, the importance of it and other supplements to support your health. If any of you had symptoms on the skin, there is this ricinus oil, and ricinus oil was always advised by Edgar Casey. So please go directly to any channel that is about Edgar Casey and the treatment, what he was exactly proposing there. But I can tell you this, that compresses from ricinus oil have a great impact on the skin. And the rest, you of course have to find out and experiment, and also connect with your naturopath and someone who works in the field of alternative medicine, and also cooperate with doctors. So considering the specialist, I also did a number of videos about it, how to pick, because if someone is not spiritually speaking, feeling the energy and cannot pick and doesn't know what this person energetically is doing, it's harder to pick that specialist. Maybe they have those diplomas, but you cannot really check. So that is a little bit harder than to verify a medical doctor. So be very careful about it. There are tips I also give in my playlist how to pick that right specialist, how to look at them, and what to pay attention to. A good naturopath, someone who's working with energy, within 10 minutes supposed to know what's going on and feel you and be able to lead you. If people are giving you, and I know I'm not criticizing that, I know it can happen, and I know that people are trained certain way in order to make it very, very to support themselves more and to avoid misunderstandings. So they let you, some people can still let you fill 30 pages of paper before they even try an attempt. It's just like a procedure, and I know it's happening a lot. However, this person is supposed to be able to feel you within 10 minutes when you come, what's going on energetically. So that's just one tip, how you can know what's going on. The rest you have to verify if you don't feel the energy so well. If some people ask me if after specific medication you can be affected by it and your behavior can change drastically. Yes, of course. I watched that with my clients who were taking a lot of psychotropic drugs, some of them, and not only behavior changes, but also it's harder to get into a content, to the subconsciousness of what's happening. So that's number one. The other one, it could drastically change after some hard medication or injections of different specifics, and I am example of that. I received 4 years ago, a specific vaccination, and yes, from the calm person, something started to be very, very off with me, and I wanted to put everyone to the court. And this sense, so it brings out whatever is there within you. So I had a feeling of the always I was for the justice, and this feeling that was raising with me with those medications that were injected within me, it made it all worse to such a degree that I really didn't know how to deal with that. And the symptoms I had for more than 1 month or even more, probably more. I wasn't able to work. I was feeling bad. And I had all the terrible symptoms, and sure, I started the case in the court, and to make the story very short, to make this answer, yes, you have to be always very careful what you are putting in your body, because even now, those people with allergies, they can just eat something wrong and they have another week of pain and a disability to work, to focus, to concentrate on their work or anything. Not mentioning that some of the reactions after specific medication are so strong that people can go insane or psychotic and they would not know. So only the nurse that was my friend that time actually she visited me, she said that there was something off because I was acting differently, and she noticed because she knew me before. Absolutely, yes. Be careful and don't take anything before checking and connecting with the doctors, and probably 2 or 3 doctors with at this point, we Polish people are not so easy to believe and trust. So I always say, like, get free diagnosis from different doctors. They don't know each other. And I always say that. So, yeah. Whatever is out there, we are also programmed by the media. We are continuously under certain type of media hypnosis programming. This is going on. We are charmed by a lot of things, by the advertisements and so on. So just remember this: you are becoming who you admire, who you hate, who you're listening to, and this is all about the energy and about giving your energy to the direction whether you want or you do not want. So if you have those people around you that drain you, perhaps it's time to stop being a so-called good friend, which is actually not that good friend if you're not a friend to yourself, and putting a certain limits of how much time you are giving your energy to someone who maybe doesn't want to change, but he just came to cry on your shoulder, feels better, and then starts all over again. But you are left with that dirt with you. So there was a lot questions about this emotional abuse when someone who was not so kind to you, but you still miss this person, you still think you are in love with this person, you want to come back, you want him or her come back to you, and this also has to do a lot with your energy. So you need to bring your energy back to yourself. This information is from psychobiology. This is also from the spirituality. A lot of cultures are talking about it always, daily. Bring your energy back to yourself, and a numbers of videos in the playlist about self-realization. I probably mentioned already how. If not, let me know, but I think I did. So especially the symptoms are if you're missing someone enormously and this person doesn't miss you, probably your energy is with that person. Okay, there was a question, and I think that will be it for today, about dreaming. When people have nightmares, when people keep dreaming about the same things, the bad dreams are repeating, you have nightmares, you don't know what to do with it. There is a certain very simple, nice, and pleasant technique. So if you dream that nightmare, you're waking up, do not get up yet. Just close your eyes back and go to that moment, like go through the whole scenario one more time. So if you close your eyes, you're not moving out of the bed yet. You are in this perfect state of being between dimension, this reality and that reality. I call the state of dreaming reality, but I'm not gonna get into deeply here. You have all the series about dreaming, lucid dreaming, dreaming while awake, and so on. So if you want to know about it, please go there. But you are in between dimensions. You are in between two realities, both important. And this is the perfect moment when it's going to take you just a few seconds. You can go back through that script that was in the dream and start to redirecting it and go through it and change it. Change it, see it, run it to the very end. And when your body feels like there is a certain click in emotions, you start to feel better, more pleasant, content, and your frequency is raising, you can get up, you can stop, you can go on and do your thing in a day. You are ready. And just a reminder, your brain doesn't know the difference if it's a reality or not, but your brain definitely picked on something from the dream, got scared. So if you change it, you are changing your attitude. You are also changing that reality. Just because you just dream about something, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So with that thought, I would like to leave you today. Okay, there was one more question. So if you want to know how to come back after burnout, after professional burnout, back to your life. I had a numbers of burnout in my life, and one was so drastic. Me as a dancer, I thought I would never stop dancing. I stopped even dancing for a year. I got burnout. So how to come back to life after burnout? And of course, sometimes it's just a general question, so I'm just thinking more what direction that could help. But if you have a topic like that, or you know someone, you can pass this message. So basically, there are two things that are most important for me because they helped me, and I will share those with you. First one is to completely stop doing what you are doing. Some people try to still push it and do that job, and they forcing themselves against themselves. It's just gonna get worse and worse. You have to stop. You have to take a break. You have to go for vacation. You have to do something completely else. And it doesn't matter how crazy that may seems to be. Just go take a walk or hugging the tree, something that your body will show you what to do if you follow your body. So go out there and see what your body wants to do. Don't question it. Don't judge it yet. Don't even draw any conclusions yet. Just follow the body, what the body wants to do, what you feel like doing. You want to sleep? Just go to sleep. I'm very serious about it, because if you're drained, if you are not listening to certain signs, and none of us do until most of the times it's too late, then you drained yourself to almost very end. You just achieve the moment when you cannot continue with whatever you were doing before. It's really high time to stop. Another thing, the second one that helped me, was to seek, not actively, but just by opening myself toward inspiration. Like, what inspires me? What gives me a spark of joy? What I really like to do? Something that draws my attention so much that my body won't be opposing anymore, but willing to do it. So that's just two things to focus. And there are good prognosis for those who loved the job before, who loved your profession, your career before. After taking the time away from it, you may go back to it if you really loved it. If you didn't love it, it's very unlikely you will go back, because it's like a huge message from your soul, your essence of who you are. And something within you was really fed up, and that was a final call to stop. And probably you will discover, by following the inspiration, what is really important for you in your life. So have a good one. Stay inspired. Keep up your good mood, your vibe, your higher frequency, your joy, sparks in your eyes. And till the next time. And I hope to hear from you or read from you under this video sometimes. And really, please comment under this video, not only to me privately, although I love it. I love when you connect with me. But because the YouTube also, picks the rating up, and I can reach more English also audience, that would help me to my channel. Not mentioning what you write may actually help other people too. So that's additional bonus. Thanks a lot for watching. Let me know if you liked it, and till the next time. Bye-bye.